The biggest mistake that you can make is to think that becoming an author is where it has to stop. In today's brief training, we are going to walk through why the book is just the beginning and what you can do to prepare yourself for success, even after publishing. So when I talk to people, they're like, my dream is to become a best-selling author. But then what takes place after that? Do you want to become a world-renowned speaker? Do you want to become a course or a coach or a consultant? Do you want to create a course? What is it that you want to do beyond writing the book? Now, don't get me wrong. Writing a book is a big freaking deal. Over 81% of people want to, and less than 1% follow through. So the fact that you have even begun, or maybe even published at this point, your book, I want to send you a virtual round of applause because that is freaking amazing. But I'm here to tell you that there's so much more to look forward to. When I wrote my first book, I always share this story, but I had no idea what would take place. I wrote my first book because I felt called to based on a small support group that I was at my local church. And after writing it, people started to come to me left and right and asking me how to publish. And from there, I'm like, man, I could probably monetize this. Or I could turn this into something. From there, I started to coach people on writing books. As I started to coach people on writing books, I started to coach people in healing around the things that were preventing them from showing up and writing the book they felt called to write. And then I took it forward and became a coach. And I love the work that I have been blessed to be able to do. But I always say that my business was birthed by accident because I wasn't prepared for what would come. Writing my book created so many opportunities for me. I got speaking engagements. I had a feature on a radio show segment for a short amount of time. I've gotten podcast features, speaking engagements, clients, so many things. And I share this because I want you to know that this is available for you as well. So let's dive in and get started. I want to show you an example of what a product suite around being an author can look like. I'll show you two. So when I wrote my very first book, Make Your Message, well, my very first book was Quick Tips for Busy Women, but people started to ask me how to actually write a book. And because that was such a frequently asked question, I started to dig into how to make that happen. The first thing I did was I hosted a free webinar and workshop. Now, the mistake that I made here is after I did my very first workshop, I didn't know what to tell people to do next. Like, I was like, I don't, I just gave them free information. But then I started to work with a coach who told me, like, you want to give them something to do next. They trust you. They're spending time with you. What else can they do with you? So from there, I hosted that masterclass, and then I started to coach people to buy my book, right? Make Your Message Your Masterpiece. So that was my next step. Write your book in 30 days now through this free workshop, and then make your message your masterpiece. From there, I got such great feedback that people were wanting to be in my space, wanting to do like a membership and a course and work with me. But I realized that it was a lot for me to keep working with people one-on-one. And that's when I decided that I still offer one-on-ones, but I also at a different level offer a group coaching program called the Book Writing Bootcamp. So now, currently, to this very moment, at the time of this recording, my Write Your Book in 30 Days workshop masterclass is actually now guiding or directing people to take the Book Writing Bootcamp program. From there, if people want a higher level of support, they can do like a VIP intensive with me where they learn to write their book in one day. And it is literally us locking arms, me reviewing your manuscript, giving you feedback, engaging with you, that sort of thing, to get your book, your manuscript in your hand in 2 days, and to give you the tools that you need to have it published within the next month. Then from there, if people want to take it a step further, they can join the Clarity Cove Publishing House, which is a hybrid publishing house in which I support people at getting their book into the hands of the people that need it most. So we have editors, we have graphic designers, we have marketing people, we have all the things on this team that support people at not feeling like overwhelmed of trying to get their book written all alone in a vacuum, but actually having the support that they need to see their vision through. So this all started from me writing the book. Right? From there, I have been able to increase my credibility through all these different offers that I've had. I've been able to expand my reach. And because of expanding my reach, I've been in turn able to expand my income because I've been able to income stack. I have people that come to me and they want support with writing their book through the book that I have. Some people want it through the group coaching program I have. Some people want it through the weekend intensive opportunity, or some people want to be able to write their book, wash their hands with it, hand it off to a team, and have it ready to go. So I've been able to income stack because now I understand the client journey. I understand where people go from point A to point Z and how I can support them, which is what I love so much. I've done this as well with another suite around healing after divorce. So it doesn't, I share this because I want you to see that you don't have to write a book about writing a book in order to get clients. I have clients that have written books around finances, around fitness, around spirituality, around coaching, around business, around family, around step family, around health and wellness, healing, all of the things. And so my other suite that I have done from this, and I've seen it work firsthand, is I wrote a book on surviving my split. So the reason I wrote this book is because I was healing from my divorce, and I wanted more people to know the journey and the healing process that took place during this time. And so when I wrote that book, again, I decided as a bonus, anyone that bought that book got to take a free class from me called the Discover Yourself After Divorce. When the people took the class, Discover Yourself After Divorce, at the end of it, I offered an opportunity to work with me on a deeper level. So essentially, we took the Survive Your Split and we worked through this in depth. Each chapter was almost like a module in the course, and we worked through to support people at finding that happiness after divorce. Then I offered a Healing After Divorce Weekend Retreat, which were VIP intensives, where I did a lot of mindset work and a lot of different modalities that I'm certified in to support people with healing. And then I offered one-on-one coaching. So again, this started from one book idea, and I've been able to expand my income and my impact through being able to take this book idea and leverage my genius. Here's the thing, if you think of the word author, authority is also, it's part of that. You are an authority in this space, and you don't have to be some fancy expert in that you have a certification or a degree or a certain amount of years of study or anything like that. You become that expert through your own experience. I'm not certified in healing after divorce. Through my experience, I learned it. And I've also learned a lot of different healing modalities through the different things I've studied, and I've leveraged that inside of my business. But there is a reason that you're writing your book. There's a reason people are going to turn to you, because they want to learn from you specifically. So don't allow yourself to believe that a book is where it has to stop. And this is why I wanted to show you these two different product suites that I've created essentially to be able to take what started off as a small bite-sized idea and really blow it up to support people on a deeper level, which has been so amazing. So a simple way that you can create your product suite is you can take a commonly asked question or a highly viewed blog of yours. So let's say, for example, you write on losing weight after having a baby. And a question that you have often is like, how do I love myself after postpartum depression? I don't know, something like that, right? You can create an ebook as an opt-in. You can expand that ebook or actual book into a self-study online course. You can upsell that into a live group coaching package. And then you can offer that one-on-one. You can offer like a one-on-one offer. You could take your blog post and turn that into an actual print book. You could take that print book and turn it into a workbook or a planner. You can take that workbook and planner and the print book and bundle it and give that as an offer for anyone who attends your speaking engagement. And then anyone who attends your speaking engagement and also wants to work with you one-on-one, you can now offer a one-on-one. You could take your book that you have in mind, and you could take that book and create a workshop that people get to attend for a small offer, $33, $77, something like that. After the workshop, you can promote a live group coaching program where you support people through, and let's say that you decide that you're going to support people after foreclosure. You write a book about foreclosure and how to overcome foreclosure and to find yourself after losing your finances. You now create a workshop that helps with that. Then now you take the people that are in the workshop, you put them into a group coaching program where you coach them, you support them with their finances. And then after the group coaching program, if they want to take it a step further, they can dive in and do a one-on-one. And here's the great thing. You're essentially repurposing content on a deeper level. Let's say, for example, that one that worries you or you're overthinking it. So for me, when I think about people asking me all the time, how do you create a best-selling book? I have a blog post on becoming a best-selling author. I talk about it inside of my book, Make Your Message Your Masterpiece, but I actually have a training that people can sign up for that actually shows them the behind the scenes of being strategic, of the marketing plan, of how to pick the right categories, all of the things. So each level of support takes it a step further. And then they can sign up for my Clarity Cove Publishing House, where we actually do that part of the process for them. So depending upon which level of support they're looking for, I meet them where they're at. And that's the power of a product suite, because everyone is going to come to you in a different place. And when you have a comprehensive product suite, essentially, you can meet them exactly where they're at and take them to exactly where it is that they want to be. So having a thorough plan after publishing is imperative to your overall success. So I want you to start getting your wheels spinning, letting those wheels spin, right? Because you already are a creative being. I want you to let those wheels spin, and I want you to ask yourself, what does it look like when you're done with your book, when you've published your book? What do you want it to look like? What are you most looking forward to? And what kind of opportunities would you like to open up for your ideal reader? Get creative. I challenge you to let your creativity flow, because, oh my gosh, that's where the magic happens. And I want you to think about how you can get creative with your ideal book, your ideal client, your ideal reader, and think about where they're at. And then I want you to think about how you can gift them with your expertise, with the things that you know that you're called to share. Here's the thing, playing small serves absolutely no one. And so you are called here to play all out and to play big. I'll say play hard or go home, right? So I want you to really show up. I want you to fully show up. And I want you to see the big picture vision. Don't overwhelm yourself with it. Trust the process, take it a step at a time. But I want you to allow yourself to get creative with this process. And I want you to allow yourself to get creative I want you to allow yourself to get excited with all of the potential and opportunities that are available for you, because you said yes to getting your book into the hands of the people that need it most. And you said yes to your vision. Here's the thing, it's one thing to talk about what you desire to do, it's something totally different to show up for it. So the fact that you showed up here today to listen to this brief training, to allow your creativity to run wild, I just want to honor that. And I'm so excited to see what you are going to create because you're committed to it. Let's make today an amazing day.